What was the difference in the second half when you guys exploded? You scored like 44 points in 12 minutes starting at the end of the first half. What was the difference?
Again, I mean, HD has a really good ability to, bring that fire out of us. And in the second half, he did that. We decided that we weren't going to keep taking punches. We were going to punch back.
What was it that he didn't like, and what was it he had to bring out of you?
I would say he didn't like just the way that they were shooting, 70% in the first half. Like that's like something that you rarely do, even if you are a good shooter. Like just shooting around in practice or like in open gym or like maybe in a workout. Like that's not something that you're supposed to be able to do collectively as a team, especially with us and us honing in on defense so that we can run in transition. That just wasn't something that he really took a liking of. And, we fed off his energy and really embraced it.
Jae'Lyn, what would you say was the overall mood at halftime when you guys are down big, and who spoke up and what was said, and how did you guys sort of find the fire that you found?
I would say it initially started with one of our freshmen, James Brown. He came in with a lot of intensity, saying that they aren't. They haven't worked as hard as us, like just trying to get us going, saying different things. Then HD came in and, he matched his energy and, we fed off that.
Yeah. So James Brown, okay.
Yeah.
He had that follow-up at the end of the half, too.
Yeah. He had a pretty solid outing.
Jae'Lyn, what was the challenge of, managing the fouls in the front court? I mean, they kind of piled up, after a while, and, guys got out a little bit late. What was the challenge of kind of managing?
There's Elliot and Seth.
I would say that was probably the biggest adjustment for us, being in a hostile environment and, having to deal with the foul count and foul call. That's something that we have to play, against. We ended up persevering and fighting back and figuring out a way to get past it in the second half.
How tough it could be when we want to. How did that transpire? At halftime, you guys were down 15, you're down 20 late in the first half. It kind of looked, frankly, like things could be getting away from you all. Turn the ball over. How did you get back on track? What was said at halftime? Maybe second the first half. What went into that rally?
Yeah, coach just talked about toughness. We had a lot of talk in the locker room, all of us together. And the main thing was for us was just toughness. We felt like they out-toughed us. And we needed to come out more fire, and that's what we did in the second half.
Can you take me through the last possession?
Yeah, we had to play John up, but they were switching everything, so I had to try to come off the dribble.
What was the play supposed to be?
There was a flare in the corner, and there was also a screen for the
I feel like they still got off a good level. I mean, it looked like it was a pretty good shot, a little bit short, but online.
Yeah, I felt like it was a good look, and I felt like I could have made that shot good.
What was sort of the mood after, again, that UNC no moral victories kind of thing, I'm sure. But again, to come back, to have a shot, to have that lead late, is there more of a sense of being okay with maybe what you showed, or more disappointed?
Definitely more disappointed. We feel like if we came out how we did the first half at the beginning of the game, we would have won by a lot. So it's definitely disappointing. No sense of hope.
So there was no timeout. Was it the signal that coach gave you to give you the play?
Yeah, it was just a call. Yeah.
What was coach's message?
He just mainly told us to keep our head up. We're gonna do a lot of probably learning and talking about it on film tomorrow. So.
What did you do?
Whatever it is, everybody, we did a great basketball team. Today was a good step. A lot of things didn't go our way. We got some free throw line a lot, but Kansas, we got some calls, that we could argue, but at the end of the day, ref calls are ref calls. A lot of things went wrong, but there was so much to take away from it.
A lot of these shots are all like
Absolutely.
How do y'all stay in that mindset?
I mean, we just know we gotta keep shooting the ball. We're kind of some of the primary scorers in this team, so if we start to defer, start to turn down shots, and start to not be aggressive, then it's going to carry over to everybody else. So we gotta stay aggressive. Our shots going to fall. You can see Elliot's shots will fall. My don't start to fall even more. So, you're right. Second game of the year, it's up and bye.
Take us through the end where you needed 3 to try to tie it. I know you guys played it out rather than calling a timeout. What did you see? What did you guys want maybe out of that possession, or is that just a freelance?
We were running Wildcats. So Wildcats like a freelance, quick action type of thing. So we won the create me, playing from the corner, Elliot coming off, or RJ who's coming back off of an off-ball screen. So we were just 103. Elliot got a great look. Honestly, it looked good from where I was.
When you guys were about to enter the handshake line, you put your arm around Elliot. What did you say to him at that moment?
That he's good. That he's okay. He'll be all right. He was very emotional when he missed the shot. I think he just kind of let his emotions get the best of him in that moment, rightfully so. If I miss that shot in that moment, I might have the same reaction. But that's just what teammates are for. I've been Elliott's really good friend, and I've been his teammate, his supporter for 2 years now. So I see him upset. It's my job to go comfort him.
What did you learn about yourselves, especially in the second half?
That we're going to be really good team. As long as we fight and we play with the will and want to each and every second of the game, which I know we can, we're going to be great. So, lost the game, disappointed that we lost, but there's a lot of good things to take away.
Coach talked a lot about toughness at halftime.
Absolutely.
Do you remember specific things that you said?
So we got to be tough. We got to want to fight. We got to play with emotion. You can't just be on the court with a straight face the whole time. He got really emotional in the locker room, and Toughness, he was absolutely right. We were playing, I won't say nonchalant in the first half, but it wasn't one of our best halves at all. Probably at the end of the season, be one of our worst halves all season. With just our emotion, with our will and want to, and just our attention to detail. So all that plays in the one play.
You wanted to play here specifically at this place for a reason. What do you think that reason was?
It's a great test. Playing at probably the most hostile environment in college basketball. Playing against the #1 team in the nation. Playing against a really talented front and backcourt. All the factors go into it. So we wanted to come here, we wanted to test ourselves, see what we can do. And, we lost, but I'm proud of the fight that, me and my sister.
Does this feel like a bigger Duke in terms of a place to play? Or how would you...
Bigger Duke? No, this is Kansas. That's how you describe it. It's Kansas. Duke, smaller, hostile still, but this is Kansas.
Okay, I just didn't know if it compared.
Yeah, no, not to me. It's different. Duke is more of a comfort because they're in our conference. This is different.
Combined, not a great shooting game from you, Elliot and RJ, but you guys are ahead with 3 minutes left, and you guys continue to attack and play with great confidence. What does it say about, the 3 of you and the team to be able to be in that position when you guys aren't super hot?
Yeah, we know we can do it. Me, Elliot, RJ, we know no matter what, through a bad game, through a good game, we have to continue to stay aggressive because it's going to open up looks for other guys, and it's going to continue just to open up looks for us. And then it shows the depth of this team, how much guys can step up. I've seen, this type of Jae'Lyn performance in practice, the gym, whatever it is. I know you guys haven't with this, so it may have shocked you, but Jae'Lyn doing what he did tonight didn't shock me one bit. He stepped up huge for us. Ian stepped up huge for us in the first half. A bunch of guys did, so it just shows like that.
All right, Seth's done. Here's RJ.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
Seth, thank you.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
Sam.
what's up with my bag?
Thanks, Seth.
Yep.
I appreciate the time.
Yes, sir.
RJ, not the final result that you wanted, but what do you think you showed your team, especially in the second half, coming back from down 20, almost shot rate?
I think we showed toughness. That was the main message in the halftime. Going into halftime, we were down about 15, and we showed that we could climb back. And it took all 15 guys in that locker room, and I kept telling them the huddle is always a collective group from everyone. Just keep battling. We got this until the clock hits 0, and we climbed the way back into the game. So it shows that we have a lot of ways to go, but a lot of good things we can take away from this game. But it starts at the first 20 minutes of the game. So I think if we started like that, like we did the second half, we would have a different outcome.
Did the coach question your toughness at halftime?
Say again?
Did the coach question your toughness at halftime?
He didn't question it. He just challenged us. You guys are gonna have to bring it, and that was the main thing. And he knew. He said, "I know you guys are tough. I know you guys have the capability to show me that and the potential to be in this game, and it's gonna be a dogfight. winning on the road is hard, and it was more so of challenge than it was rather than a question.
What is toughness to Hubert Davis? Because he talks about that word a lot, and obviously you know what it means, but like specifically as he uses it.
Just not giving up on any plays. I mean, shots are gonna fall, big shots, but it's about how you respond. And our response in the second half was big time. You know, from Jae'Lyn knocking down 3 Seth dropping onto the game, Jay Washington had a big time putback dunks, like little things like that. The game is won on the line. That's what he always says. And there was the little things from grabbing the second chance rebounds and running out the loose balls and pitching the balls. Little stuff like that. That's like the toughest stuff he's talking about.
In that last 2-minute stretch, what did you kind of see happening with the team that made it hard to connect on those shots?
I mean, I knew we were up, and I think we were up maybe 4. And I think we kind of let the defense get radical, let the defense radical us a little bit. The game switching, and we just didn't get the shots. I know sometimes we had Elliot in the ball screens because they were flat on his ball screens, but with me, they were more up a little bit. So we were trying to get to the pocket pass to see the corner. But I think just late game executions, we're going to have to improve that because we were up, and you got to do a better job taking care of the ball and you get something like that.
When you played them 2.5 years ago in the title game, it was 15 points at halftime.
Yeah.
Did it happen to cross your mind at all tonight? You guys were down 15 at the half?
Yeah, I mean, I looked up. It was reverse. 2 years ago, we were up 15, and then today we were down 15. So,
did that relax you at all? Knowing, okay, it didn't look good in the first half, but they came back on us.
It didn't relax me, motivated us, especially like in the locker room. I think everyone had a lot of chatter. It was all good chatter, all positive to uplift one another. Because we know what we had in this locker room was enough to win this game. We just had to show in the second half. And we came out in the second half, we was resilient, we was tough, we got stops, we was able to make shots towards the end, but we just came up short, but we're going to see them again.
November 8th, a lot of teams are playing patsies this time of year. You guys come here and have this experience. What is your primary takeaway from this experience?
I think from this game, it's I think a confidence booster for us. You know, in this atmosphere, in this environment, to be down 15 going to the first half, to end the half off, and then come in the second half, and then just take it possession by possession, and kind of just close in on single-digit numbers. And I think it just shows how what we're capable of, where we can improve at, where we struggled at, where we did well. And I think I have a lot of belief in this team, just from starting 5 all the way to the bench. Just how everyone has confidence in one another, the way we battle, the way we fight. We're not going to go down without a fight. And that just shows how much hard work we put into this past off season. It's going to show. So I mean, it's not too much away from this.
You say you have faith. Did tonight increase your faith?
I mean, I've always had faith. That's one thing about me. I rely on faith. So it definitely increased my faith tonight. I've had faith in this team since we stepped onto campus as one. That's just my true belief in God. So I mean, we're going to be more than 5. I think this is just going to be a true testament and true stepping tool to the next games.
RJ, what did it feel like when you guys were making the comeback in the second half? And the first half had been such a struggle, and then you got it in gear. Like, what did it feel like as you guys were making that run to take the lead?
It felt like we got it rolling. But I think also it just shows how much we believe in one another to take it possession by possession, to get a stop, to get a rebound, and then execute on the offensive end. And once we did it, it's like you see what happens when we actually dial in on the little things. We can change this whole game around. We were down 15, and the next thing you know, it's a 4-point game. And just like the little things that we did just knowing the scouting report, knowing the plays, getting the loose balls. I mean, those are the stuff, and those are the little details that help win games.
You've been around a while in college basketball, played in a lot of places. How would you rank this place in terms of the atmosphere and the players? How do you rank it?
It's up there. I enjoyed this. Like when I just walk up the shooting range, look around. Obviously, such a historic place, and this is my first time playing. And it's different from hearing it on the TV, the chance to actually experience it. And so I rank this up there with Duke, just because of the fan interactions, the fans that enter the environment, and just the type of game that we played tonight. It's a back and forth game, and it went down to the wire. So
I enjoyed it.
And like AJ was saying, like a lot of teams this time of year are playing lesser competition. Hubert specifically scheduled this second game of the year.
Yeah.
Why do you think he wants to test it that way?
Because I mean, that's the type of coach Sugar Davis is, and that's the type of player he was. He's always ran towards the smoke, and that's what he always talked about. Embracing that because he has belief not only in his coach staff but in his players that we can compete against the best, and that's when you're going to be playing against in the end of March. So I think this is a good experience for us just to see where we're at early in the season. Obviously, some teams like to work their way up, start with easier schedules, but this gives us I think a true display of what March, but then also within the next 2 weeks when we're here now, we're playing a lot of competition as well. So this is good for us.
Thanks, sorry.
Thanks, Art, yeah.